Hey everybody, hope you're doing well. Welcome back to another episode of CSGO News. Hope you guys all enjoyed today's stories, and all of today's stories will be time marked down below. Let's hop into our first story though. As you guys saw in the thumbnail, in breaking news a couple days ago, we had Amelia Holt, actually the girlfriend of Dev1ce, who currently plays, of course, for Astralis. There was much debate throughout December as well as January whether he'd play at the major or not. It does seem pretty much 100% confirmed though by his girlfriend. He will be attending the major for Astralis, so for all you fans out there, do not worry. They will not have to play with Zonic for this time being, and he should be back at the major. Will he be back at his prime though is the major question. Of course, he's had some time away from practice, and we saw his performance when he last played like a little bit dwindling with his sickness. So no one really knows what went on with his sickness, what on with his illness. If he's okay now, has he been practicing full time for CS:GO? But here's his girlfriend saying he will indeed be at the E-League major.
I want to play the. Yes, he will come. He will go to the major. Yeah, for sure.
And this next story is kind of shocking. We had a big tournament, or kind of, I guess you could say, a tier 2 to 3 tournament put on by GOTV.GG. I'm a bit wary of them right now as we look further into the story, as they've been accused of apparently match fixing or actually disqualifying teams who would not fix their matches in their latest tournament. So of course, I'll give you guys some information down below about this. As of right now, it does involve two teams. The Asian team known as TNC, who was actually disqualified. They were disqualified for cheating, but they alleged their players actually said they would not fix the match, and that's why they think they were disqualified. Now this was actually against an Indonesian team known as 24BHB. It was a best of 3 matchup, and TNC went on to win that matchup, and then was later on actually accused of cheating and then kicked and disqualified from the tournament altogether. Now, to give you guys a full background story of this, I will first play the accused clips, the clips that the team actually submitted themselves. They recorded all of their VODs. The team TNC complied completely. So the team that was actually accused of cheating, they submitted all of their recordings, all of their POVs, and that's why they were very, very compliant. They knew they weren't cheating, and of course, they also represent a huge company. Why would they want to cheat as it's a small tournament? That's the evidence on their side, and here's the clip they were accused of cheating in right here. And in defense of TNC, that was all that was submitted. There was that one clip where you could see maybe a possible aim lock. You guys could also see in that video how he really slowed down the footage. And we've all known throughout history, it's kind of notorious in CSGO as well as other games out there. If you slow down footage enough, anything can look like an aim lock. Shout out Dan M. You guys have seen countless clips out there of countless pro players where if you slow down the footage just enough, just about any movement you make can really be seen as cheating, especially aiming through walls and so on and so forth. Now, TNC was accused of this. They went on to trying to defend themselves, and allegedly, though, they tried to contact an admin. His name is Zep. I'll try and link some kind of social media down below for him if I can find anything about it. He's allegedly one of the admins for GOTV.GG, and he was the guy who actually denied the team's request to talk to anyone else about the case. He was the one who disqualified them, and that's what led the team to accuse Zep and GOTV.GG of trying to fix the match, and of course that's why they would want to disqualify TNC and move on Team 24BHB instead. So there's a lot going on right now, guys. Apparently the admin over there at GOTV.GG handled the situation not well at all. And what do you guys think about this? I know we've had several instances in the past of news coming from the Asian scene in particular where there have been so many cheaters, so many match fixers, and so many matches which have been fixed for large sums of money, and it really makes you think about these lower tier scenes. You know, no one's really going to look over these things too closely unless you have a news source like this. It really makes you question how many of those lower tier teams out there are really throwing matches just to make a little extra income. And you know, shouts out to teams out there like TNC who don't throw matches and decide to win anyway, but then they just get disqualified. So hopefully more news coming out about this sometime soon. Apparently the Asian scene is flustered with some corrupt people. We'll find out though sometime soon if TNC was actually cheating, which I do highly doubt. And other big news for all you North American fans out there, we had competition going on in the Mountain Dew League North American Finals to see who could actually get the last spot for the next season of ESL Pro League for the North American side of things. Now, notoriously, the past few years, the winner of this has still ended up in last place the next season of Pro League, but that time around, it actually we do have a new team in ESL Pro League, and it's going to be SoaR SoaR Gaming. They actually took on Rise Nation. They were heavy underdogs there, and they managed to beat them in a best of 3. Now, also, to kind of top off this on news, guys, we actually had Mountain Dew League as well as EPL announce a new rule coming sometime soon, and to be active next season, that will be the age restriction rule, which now lies at 16 years old. So why is actually a big coincidence? Why I'm talking about SoaR Gaming is SoaR Gaming actually just earned their spot in the next season of ESL Pro League as well as Mountain Dew League season, but unfortunately one of their members is actually 15 years old, not quite 16. That is SoaR Gaming member Snakes, and so ironically enough, he just won his championship. He won the North American Finals. He earned his spot in ESL Pro League, but despite new rules, guys, he will not be able to compete with that team, with SoaR Gaming, for the next season of ESL Pro League. Now, why this is, allegedly, of course, you guys can imagine in the US we have age restrictions for working, and yes, that will be at the age of 16, and it seems that, of course, ESL is not wanting to get involved with that, not trying to pay minors in any way, any shape or form, and they don't want to get involved with that legally, so you really can't blame them too much, although it's a very unfortunate situation for many teams out there who do have kids under the age of 16, which I think there are about 4 or 5 teams currently right now who will have people that are 15 or younger years old. So I know another one out there is Frozen, a very well-known player out there. So unfortunately enough for SoaR Gaming, one of their members will not be able to compete after they earn their spot in Pro League. And a lot of people talking to me about the new Kinguin roster. If you guys did miss it, Kinguin announced a brand new roster for early 2018, and that will include former Dignitas and former FaZe Fox, a great pickup there, as well as another Portuguese speaker known as Muterus. I think honestly, in my own opinion, this is a great roster looking forward and a definite improvement for them, as they also did retain Rollin and Mishu. I think Mishu, of course, the standout player on that roster right now. So I think Kinguin making great improvements, and of course, leaning towards that Portuguese-speaking team. I think a great pickup here for the team, and best of luck to them and Kinguin in the future. On top of that, though, as well, we had Epsilon finally release their Swedish roster. No surprise, as many of you guys are aware right now, UK Smooya is about to move in with his UK partial team there with their UK coach and another UK teammate. I feel like I just said UK way too many times, but yeah, no surprise there. Epsilon is set to announce their brand new roster any week now, with Smooya being on that, as well as former teammate Cosmine, and so on and so forth. So those are the only roster change news we have as of right now, though. And I know you guys hate speculation, okay? So I'm going to keep this very short. I have talked about a long time for Optic to have changes. Now, I know they've only been together for 6 to 8 months on that roster, but I did think that one player would probably be a weakness for that team. It could either be an Alu, maybe even a Freiburg over there. And we have further news here from Kioshima. I guess not really news. A tweet, though, speculating maybe a big future announcement, maybe a team coming soon. I do think Optic will pick up either Dennis or Kioshima maybe sometime in the future. Let me know. Leave a comment down below what do you guys think about that. Only speculation right now. I do think Optic will make changes, and Kioshima and Dennis would be a great replacement for that team. And very last in today's episode of CSGO News, we do have ESL Pro League. Going back on that talk, we have ESL Pro League Season 6 relegation matches happening sometime soon. Of course, many of you are aware the European side of Pro League is much more competitive than the North American side, and that's why we have teams like Na'Vi dropping down to relegation matches alongside teams like Godsent. They were joined this year by, we have Exodus and Space Soldiers, and 2 of those 4 teams will actually qualify for the next season of Pro League. Very unfortunate, though, of all the times of year we've had many, of course, the oversaturation of tournaments out there. Many teams have missed tournaments because they've been other tournaments. Unfortunately, though, the one time a year we had no other tournaments going on, Godsent will miss their relegation matches due to a flight issue, as the tweet on screen does say for them. It's very unfortunate as well. There's a new Godsent roster, and they will have no chance at making Pro League next season. It's actually very good news for all you Na'Vi fans out there, of course, increasing their chances to go through it. But there is still a very small chance they could not qualify, guys. But it is now down to the 3 teams left. It will be 2 of the 3 following teams, Na'Vi, Exodus, and Space Soldiers. 2 of those teams will actually join us in the next season of ESL Pro League. So hooray for all you Na'Vi fans. Their chances have increased. But very unfortunate news for Godsent there, guys. They will not be in next season of Pro League. So hope you guys all enjoyed today's episode of CSGO News. If you guys did, feel free to leave a comment down below. And as always, hope you guys all enjoy. My name is Jake. Remember, I like you. I will see you all soon. Okay. Well, goodbye. You guys see that? I think I'm growing a beard.